Thanks for inviting us in on this Friday night. Thousands of Hoosiers are now fully vaccinated against COVID-19 after Indiana's first mass vaccine clinic at IMS. The first day of shots wrapped up about an hour ago, but the work isn't over yet. In fact, that clinic will run all weekend. And there's also a new push tonight to vaccinate teachers across Indiana. Our Lauren Kostick will have that story in a moment. But first, we want to kick off our big story with Emily Longnecker out at Indianapolis Motor Speedway.
This is the kind of race Hoosiers are used to seeing when they enter the gates of the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Not this weekend, though. Over the next 4 days, the only race happening at IMS is the race to get more Hoosiers vaccinated. It started Friday morning with a steady stream of cars, just like on race day, heading into the track via 16th Street. This time, they weren't here for the greatest spectacle in racing, but to be part of a mass vaccination clinic that was by appointment only. Governor Eric Holcomb was among the first to roll up his sleeve.
It's now going to be forever known as the greatest spectacle in vaccination.
300 vaccinations an hour, 4,200 a day over 4 days. On day one, drivers came in, showed their ID, and headed to Gasoline Alley, where they received the Johnson & Johnson vaccine. One shot, that's it. No second dose to worry about.
The most amazing part of it is within 4 days, we'll have those 17,000 people will be fully vaccinated. So it's not, coming back in 3 weeks or 4 weeks. It's really they're starting to build their antibodies as they drive out of here today.
Demand was high. Appointments booked so quickly for a 3-day clinic. Health officials added a 4th day. African-American leaders seized the moment to encourage more people of color to trust the vaccine and get a shot.
I know there is concerns about how quickly the vaccine came about, our history when it comes to getting vaccinations and feeling like guinea pigs, but I want you to ensure that we feel this vaccine is safe. We wouldn't be out here unless we thought it was safe.
Friday's clinic came just 1 day before the 1-year mark of Indiana's first case of COVID-19.
Nearly 17,000 Hoosiers will have received a vaccine here at this site that will help to prevent those serious consequences of having a COVID-19 infection and death. And that is something we can celebrate.
There are 2 other mass vaccination clinics planned. The state says if they get more vaccine, they'll have more clinics. Right now, they say it is a race between the vaccine and these variants coming out. It's their hope that the vaccine wins.
And as Emily mentioned, their state health leaders are planning a couple of other mass vaccine clinics. They'll have one next weekend at Ivy Tech in Sellersburg in southern Indiana. Then there's the other mass clinic up in South Bend at Notre Dame, March 26th and 27th, available to Hoosiers 50 and older.
Well, the state of Indiana now is taking an age-based approach to who gets the vaccine first. President Joe Biden wants to make sure that teachers aren't left out of the mix. Earlier this week, we told you about the federal vaccine program for educators. And as our Lauren Kostick tells us now, Meijer plans to vaccinate up to 10,000 next week.
After a national and local push to vaccinate teachers, Meijer is stepping up its efforts. The retailer will start streamlining the process for Indiana educators and employees.
Right now, we are working really hard to get teachers registered so we can run some large-scale clinics next week.
Their goal is to give out 10,000 doses to teachers by the end of next week, especially those that don't qualify under Indiana's guidelines. To do this, Meijer will use the federal vaccine program.
We'll have some large-scale clinics where we'll have as many as 1,200 people a day going through clinic locations. Most of them will be in our stores.
This is welcomed news for the roughly 70,000 teachers in Indiana.
It's amazing, and we are just thrilled.
By vaccinating all educators, Keith Gamble is hopeful the school year will end a lot differently than how it started.
This will come about right at the start of the 4th quarter for most of our schools and will help us to stabilize that important learning environment for our students.
And here is how the registration process will work. You can either sign up on Meijer's website or text ISTA to 75049. You'll be asked to verify your school and have identification ready to go. Teachers will start receiving appointment notices on Monday. And the Meijer and Avon already announcing they will start vaccinating local educators and employees starting Tuesday, which marks exactly 1 year since the district moved to e-learning. Just another step in getting the shot in the arms of millions of Hoosiers.
Now, in addition to Meijer, Walmart and Kroger are also taking part in this federal program. You do have to sign up through their websites and not through the Indiana state vaccination site.
And tonight we want to help you navigate this vaccination process. Just text the word vaccine to this number, 317-655-5740. We'll send you the information right to your cell phone. Now, if you don't have a cell or an internet, call 211. You can make an appointment that way. And that wraps up tonight's big story.